Welcome back to Kiki's Self-Mastery. My name is Kiki LaFleur. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to stop chasing people and become this instead. 1, become the prize. And this is for women. Okay, men, sorry, this one is not for you. But even though some men do think that they are the prize, but real men, they know women are the prize. And in all quite honestly, women, you have to know and you have to become that. Instead of seeking validation, you step into your worth, and now the right people are naturally gravitating towards you. Okay, like you become a magnet, and the only way you can become the magnet is by literally knowing that you are the prize and acting accordingly. You can't just sit and say that, oh, I'm the prize, and going out there being a garden tool. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that. You have to carry yourself like a woman, like a queen, like a lady. You have to indoctrinate yourself into that world of what all of that means. That doesn't mean you're boring. Because I know some people would think that, oh, it's boring. It's this, it's that, it's no fun. It's this. In all actuality, like I have a lot of fun. I really do. Sometimes. I'm an introvert. I don't count. I'm an introvert selected extrovert. Okay, but when I go out, I am the life of the party. Because I love having fun. You know, I don't need to drink. I don't need to smoke. I don't need to do any of that. I'm high off of life. When I go out, I just want to dance. I'm with the music. I'm in the middle of the crowd. Like, what up? That's the thing. Like, I'm also true to myself. I'm so true to myself that I'm naturally being the magnet of fun and life and energy and high vibrations, because I'm authentic to myself. I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone while still keeping myself the prize. Like, it's not hard. You just have to imagine what that version of yourself looks like, feels like, smells like, tastes like, so on and so forth, and then slowly start to implement that. Eventually it starts to add up. It starts to build up to the point where you don't even know, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. You're like, oh, who that? That's me. That's me. It could be as simple as taking care of your skin, eating healthy, or keeping your nails done, keeping your hair done, ironing your clothes, even while you're inside the house. There's a difference, okay? Wearing lingerie, so on and so forth. It doesn't matter. Do what you need to do. And then once you master that, once that becomes a habit, so on and so forth, add something else, and then something else, and so on and so forth. And then eventually you start to realize, damn, I am that girl. Number 2, build unshakable confidence. Okay, when you stop needing outside approval because you know exactly who you are and what you bring to the table, which is nothing. You don't bring anything to the table, okay? The man provides the table. Let's get that clear. But you understand what your value is, what you bring. You know what I mean? Like, the moment you understand how valuable you are and what you offer, like, it's a game changer. And that really has to start being implemented with number 1. And then number 2, you can be literally, your confidence will start to grow. It literally goes hand in hand. You literally will start to realize, I've put in so much work and so much effort to become this person that I am, that how dare I just let anyone in my life? Like, you really start to question the people that you allow in your life, whether it's friends, family, significant other, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And you start to work on your personal development. You really truly understand that you are confident for a reason. And it's not cocky. It's literally because you've loved yourself so much that no one can come in your life and cause havoc. And why would you allow it? Number 3, focus on your growth. Instead of wasting your energy on people who don't see your value, start to pour into yourself, okay? Your goals, your mindset, and evolution. You really have to pay attention to where your energy is going. Even on social media, whether it be browsing and giving all your time and energy to that, it's draining. Have you ever not been on social media and realized that by the time you're done, you don't want to do anything? Like, it's your energy exchange. And that goes with people and so on and so forth. Focusing your growth mainly on the aspects that are going to help you the most, like your personal development, looking at books, reading books, listening to whatever you need to do, podcasts, so on and so forth. When it comes to your own personal growth, that is going to help you tremendously. It's going to shift your mindset in a way that it's going to allow you to understand who you are, how valuable you are, you realize that your energy is being wasted on a lot of things, especially when you start to pay attention of where your energy goes. Like, a lot of people aren't sensitive to their energy, and I get that because I used to be that. But once you start, again, and everything that I have ever said, will say, so on and so forth in the future, it all comes down to repetition. Repetition is a mother of skill. And the moment you start paying attention to where your energy goes, if it's draining, you have to stop or limit. And something that gives you life, continue it, so on and so forth. But pay attention to how you feel. People will drain your energy. There are energy vampires out there. Trust me, I've experienced it, and it's not pleasant. Your life force is being taken. And once you're stuck and trapped in a situation where someone is draining your life force, it is so hard to get back. It is so hard. You can and will get it back, especially if you're yourself not an energy vampire and you're able to recharge yourself, because energy vampire, they're energy vampires for a reason. They do not have the capabilities of charging themselves. But when you are of light and love, you are able to recharge yourself. Understand that there is a difference. So if someone is draining your energy, pay attention to that, because I feel personally that is the most deadliest to be around, because once you're trapped, it's so difficult to get out. It really is. But it is possible again. And I'm stressing this part mainly because energy is something that is so powerful for you in your growth that you have to make sure that you are preserving it and reserving it for the right people that deserve it. Period. Quick interruption. Please do me a solid. I would truly appreciate you if you just hit the like button. It helps my channel so much so that other people can get this message as well. Thank you. Number 4 is set higher standards. Okay, like, don't let no one tell you that your standards are too low. No more begging for attention. No more forcing connection. The only people that you should allow in your life are the ones who respect you and uplift you. Those are the only ones who should have access. Period. So many reasons why. One, if you keep letting these people that shouldn't have access to you, they're going to stop your blessings. Understand that these people are there to stop your blessings. Think about it. If they're not making you feel like you can conquer the world, if they're not celebrating you when you have successes, if they're making you feel like shit all the time, like, how are these people really there to help you to be successful? So on and so forth. How are these people going to help you achieve your goals? They're not even there to celebrate you when you have wins. And I'm only telling you this because I understand it. I've been there. I've done that. You know, I've had people in my life for decades upon decades, and I've only kept them in my life because of the time we've spent together. But in all actuality, in the back of my mind, I already knew that these people weren't for me. And it wasn't until I woke up to that reality that I started to see the snakes in the grass that I realized, nah, you gotta go. You gotta go. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be either. Like, in the beginning, like, when I knew those thoughts were there, when I realized these people weren't for me, I couldn't at that moment in time really let these people go because I was a people pleaser. But now that I'm not a people pleaser, I'm like, oh, okay, like, you ain't for me, I deuces. And I did it quietly. That's the thing. Like, I have to yell, scream, carry on. I had to do any of that in order for these people to be removed out of my life. If anything, I was just like, you ain't it. I gotta go. That plays a part with maturity, emotional maturity. It plays a part with my self-love, my self-worth, so on and so forth, in order for me to have walked away as I did. Setting your standards high means self-love. Start loving yourself, and you start to realize eventually that these people aren't for you, and they're going to reveal themselves. And if anything, they probably already have. You just gotta pay attention. Set high standards. It's going to be the best thing for you. Number 5, you need to become a magnet. When you stop chasing people, you start attracting, whether it's love, opportunities, or even success, because now you move with power and everything eventually starts to flow to you effortlessly. Once you step into self-love mode, everything that I've been saying, it just starts to allow the universe, God, so on and so forth, to flow all the goodness to you. Why? Because you're working on yourself. You're removing all this junk. You're removing the people, places, and things, trauma, so on and so forth, that no longer serves you. You're making room So if you're making room, think about it. You're allowing room for the good things now that you have been doing to work on yourself. The positivity you've been talking to yourself, your personal development, your self-growth, so on and so forth, removing the snakes from the grass. Like, you literally got nothing but room now. What do you expect to actually pour in? You literally are a magnet for the good things, because what you put out, you get back, period. So if you're magnetizing positivity, abundance, success, you're gonna get it back. Now, it may not happen overnight. That's the thing. You have to understand to be patient, and yet move with action. You still gotta move with action. You can't stop. You gotta keep moving forward. It may not look the way you want it to look right now, but you have to understand, you can't look at the exterior, the 3D exterior, because that's what your old self was. That's the old you. You are now creating a new version of yourself, and that's going to take a little bit of time. It may not happen right away, especially if you're still mostly within your old self. It's going to eventually start to happen. It's going to build up. You start to see less and less of the old and more of the new starts to pour in. And it may just come in tangible results. It may just come by you changing yourself, the way you think, the way you talk, the way you speak, so on and so forth. But eventually it will happen, and you will start to realize that you are not the version of the old you. You are now the new version of yourself, which is the best version of yourself. I hope that was good, you guys. It's truly felt good to me. So until next time, peace.